This is the fastest segment on television. We think so anyway. It's our hashtag rapid fire round. We reserve it each evening to zip through as many trending topics as we can with an expert guest. And tonight, that expert guest is the one, the only, Jason Hoyt. Jason, good to see you.
Great to see you, Dr. Gina. Thank you.
Now, I have to ask you before we even start, I just want to show you what I got from Sully, who has a show on the same network here as I do. He got me this, and it's a Hillary Clinton Nutcracker. And
wow.
I just wanted to show it to you because so far it's my favorite gift, but I think so far it's also my only gift, so there is that. But I just wanted to ask you, what is the gift, and I won't tell a soul, it's just between us, what is the gift you are the most excited to give this Christmas?
I can't tell. I can't say it because I have so many people that watch the show. I can't let any of this out. So sorry about that.
Oh, come on. Come on. I thought we were friends, but there you go.
Everybody watches it. I can't, any secret I tell you is going to tell them. So.
Okay. All right. Well, Hilary Duff ignited a firestorm for not kissing Santa Claus, but for kissing her son on the lips in a picture in a social media post in their trip to Disneyland. I don't get this. I have no problem with that. I kiss my babies on the lips. You know, I've been known to walk up to friends of mine that I'm sure someone would love to start rumors about and give them a big kiss on the lips. Let's give a hint. If you're doing it in public, you have no guilt. You're not doing it in private, right?
Right. I mean, look, this is just another case of the tyranny of political correctness. And look, I don't know how you deal with it. Dr. Gina, you're in the spotlight. You talk politics on numerous stations. I'm sure you're bombarded with the haters. How do you deal with it? Yeah,
well, you know, you have to keep in mind that the only people who matter, for someone to get to you, you have to care what they think. If you don't care what they think, then they can't get to you. So that's the nice part about it. And you know this because you're in the public eye just as much as I am. But I want to move on to a different topic because I think that, well, we need to get through a lot of this. And you had named Wonder Woman because I could go on all day about what you just said, but you had named Wonder Woman as their honorary ambassador for the empowerment of women and girls. And just 2 months after doing that, they dropped her. What happened?
Well, in naming Wonder Woman as the honorary spokesperson, they have a program. They did this back in October. They said it was about women and girls everywhere who are Wonder Women in their own right. But nearly 45,000 people signed a petition protesting the selection. The petition actually said, a large-breasted white woman of impossible proportions, scantily clad in a shimmery, thigh-bearing bodysuit with an American flag motif and knee-high boots is not an appropriate spokeswoman for gender equity. But the spokesman from the UN told the New York Times that this honorary ambassadorship program has a much shorter tenure than the other programs, and it did not end because of the petition. That's what they said.
You know, bringing up her race and her body parts and I suppose none of that's bigoted at all, right? Yeah.
No, and the American flag motif, you know, ooh, it's so offensive, right?
Yeah, I always notice after I do one certain network or maybe one of two certain networks that I'll do now and again, that I get all this hate on Twitter and sometimes on Facebook and Insta also. And it always is about my physical something. Exactly things like that. Like, how can you represent us when this, and this? Or, you know, how can you speak for women when clearly you're married? Or, you know, it's bizarre how they've contorted things. But anyway, hopefully President-elect Trump's going to fix a little bit of this. But one of the stars of the Showtime series Shameless is demanding equal pay. Actress Emmy Rossum says she wants to be paid the same as her co-star in the series, William H. Macy. Jason, William H. Macy is a much bigger name in Hollywood. So I'm just wondering if you wouldn't mind starting a petition on Twitter tonight to my network. I would like to be paid the same amount as Rush Limbaugh.
Exactly. I actually had to research this. Who is Emmy Rossum? Even when I saw her picture, I had no idea who she was. But I tell you what, she has to be careful. She has to be very careful because just like those picketing for a $15 minimum wage, she could be replaced by a robot or a kiosk pretty soon.
See, but that's the thing though, Jason. You can't even fire people who do stupid things like this anymore because then she'll just claim that that was, you know, gender discrimination or something. Anyway, the topic of hazing in Major League Baseball is trending today. The hazing ritual of dressing up rookies as guess what? Wonder Woman, also sometimes Hooters girls and Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, is now banned, as an MLB spokesperson said, is potentially, you gotta love this, potentially insensitive and offensive. And the ban, I guess, was appropriate. That's what they thought. But do you think it's appropriate?
It's actually called the anti-hazing and anti-bullying policy. It prohibits, quote, requiring, coercing, or encouraging players from dressing up as women or wearing costumes that may be offensive to individuals based on blah, blah, blah. So again, it's that we're just afraid to offend people. I get the part about not forcing them to dress up as women, and maybe that's why we don't see many retired baseball players running for office.
All right, the Dallas Police Department lost 99 officers, sadly, in 75 days since October 1. Dallas Police Department has lost those who have either quit or retired. But something is going on here, Jason. This isn't just happening. What's going on?
Yeah, I read this in several different places, and everyone seems to be blaming someone else. The Dallas mayor told the city council to fix their pension crisis, he said. But others say it's a pay problem. Like in Dallas, starting pay is $44,000. Fort Worth is $52,000. In the suburbs, $65,000. But most of them that left were their senior officers. They were close to retirement anyway. No one seems to be talking about the Obama administration's blind eye or even their soft encouragement of what's open season on the police. So if I'm a senior officer close to retirement, there's a pension bubble. This is October before the election, and the administration is fanning the flames of the anarchists. I get it. I get why they left.
All right, Facebook would like to become the center of your universe. That is, if it isn't already. I know it certainly is for few too many people, actually. They're looking into producing TV shows for their site. Jason, we could just stay on Facebook all day long and pretty much never get up from it. But I know people who've done that, and they become mental. So we need to be careful, don't we?
Yeah, hang on. I got to check my Facebook page real quick. It's been about 6 minutes. No, I get it. I mean, Netflix, they streamed other people's content, and now they've been doing their own content. Amazon's doing the same, and Zuckerberg's upset that you have to actually leave his app to go to other people's app for content. Yeah. So I get why they're doing it.
Yeah, well, and they are becoming such a huge monopoly every single day. Jason, your Christmas present's on its way. Thanks for being with us.